Monday lovers, how you guys doing? This is young Kasparec, broadcasting from Studio 420 in Vancouver, coming at you with another time-lapse, this time of this brand new piece that I'm just finishing, which is called Evolution. It's a commission for my buddy Austin, and I hope he sits on his ass when he sees it. But before we dive in, let me remind you that on Friday, my free bi-weekly newsletter is coming out with another juicy offers for my subscribers. You can hit the link here below, jankasparec.com, put your name and email on it, and you're all set. So this being said, let's have a look at my latest creation. Hoo-hoo! My favorite participant of this painting is the prehistoric fish Gertruda. She's 5 million years old, but she's still kicking ass. Oh yeah, this is her cousin, Big Mouth. Now the lotus coming out into the pyramid and the spiral of DNA going all the way through the Dragonfly and up to the spaceship. This is my vision of evolution. And Dragonfly, of course, has a big significance. It's an animal totem which represents transformation. Half of her life she lives underwater as a successful predator. It's a nymph. It has never seen the outside world. And all of a sudden it has this idea to climb out to the fresh air for the first time and transform into a completely different animal and use the remainders of the water in her body to hydraulically expand her tail and wings and just fly into the new life. And I hope that's what's going to happen to humanity soon as we pass from the third to the fourth density of light and we realize that, oh my God, we've been living in this nightmare, chasing our own tails, while we can make this planet paradise for everybody. We were so freaking asleep. Well, I hope it happens. That's why the Dragonfly is there. But today I would like to talk about mindfulness, what it means to me, and how it continues to change my life. Wait, I'm gonna put them in the brush. Otherwise I look like I'm in the orchestra or something. What is mindfulness for me? Mindfulness is being conscious of my state of being in every passing moment, which consists of my thinking, my speaking, and my doing, my behaving. What I realized with my practice is that majority of our behavior is driven by unconscious mind. So it is basically driven by a program which was written in our childhood mostly. So we are just kids running out automatic loops, reaction loops out of a program which is not even us anymore. And we can't see it. We can't really get to the bottom of it until we slow down and we start looking within. So mindfulness for me is really not reacting to the same situations in the same way. When the guy in the traffic fishtails me, cuts me off, instead of going for that honk, I take a deep breath and I send him love. I am still not able to do it 100% of time, but with my practice of mindfulness, which consists, I will talk about it later, mostly of meditation and always trying to stay present, I'm able to do it sometimes now, which I was completely unable to do it at any time before. I would just get mad. Or when that particular pitch or tone of voice of your partner just triggers you and you want to go defend yourself or blame him or her for something. The practice of mindfulness allows you to step back and see like, emotion of anger arising. Hello, welcome, but I'm not you. I am not this anger. And instead of that, react or act out of a conscious place, which would more likely look like a place of gratitude, forgiveness, something like that, because same results, same reactions produce the same results, which in most cases just puts us deeper into an argument. And it doesn't really matter who is right or who is wrong, right? What matters is that one of the people steps out of the loop and ends it by giving love instead of reacting out of unconscious mind. Mindfulness helps us in that. Mindfulness should actually be of primary importance to everybody because it improves every single aspect of your life. And now I will share with you 3 things that improved my mindfulness practice. I can be open with you guys, right? Because I will be very open. I'm tired, so I will be open. When you're tired, actually, no bullshit. You're just like, I'm so sick of bullshit, I'm just gonna tell the truth. Well, I typically tell the truth even when I'm not tired, but today it's gonna be extra dose. So first thing, I stopped punching the clown. You know what it means? Punching the clown is my language, how to say, or my body's language. Yeah, that thing. I stopped masturbating. Why? Is there anything wrong with masturbation? Well, even if you don't believe in energy and you think that depleting your energy by continuous orgasms is fine with you, then I still realized that I mostly used masturbation as an escape of my inner misery instead of facing it and getting to the root of the why am I feeling shitty? Is it really that outside situation? No, it's just the pattern that is being triggered, which is already inside of me. It's a pain, that's an old pain which is already inside of me, and I'm covering it up by making myself feel good. So we are very, very deeply programmed since childhood to run away from our inner problems of pain by having a lump of sugar, having that chocolate, or having that beer or cigarette, or just sex with other person or with your hand, right? So I realized that, and that was one of the reasons why I said, hey, I'm not going to run away anymore. I'm a spiritual warrior and I'm going to face my inner demons. Second reason, which is very important, is that I realized that watching porn, which was typically the case while punching the clown, I realized that the frequency that it gives out, the porn, especially the modern porn, it's very negative. It's a very low vibrating frequency of domination, of subordination, it's a fear frequency. It is not something which is life-giving and respecting and allowing. It is a frequency which is contracting, possessing. I felt guilty after that. I didn't feel like, oh, I feel awesome. No, every time I finished, I was done. I felt like, what have I just done? I have betrayed a little part of my soul, of my heart. I haven't come here on this planet to punch the clown. So that was the second reason. And I'm telling you, I wasn't big on it already for a few years, but now I'm 100% committed and I cut it out completely out of my life. I feel fantastic. All those loops, all those desire loops that were in my head, that when I felt shitty, it just like popped in my head like, oh, come on, just make yourself feel a little good. Just watch for a little bit. They are not activated anymore. They were activated for about 2 or 3 weeks, and after that, they just died. So I'm not tempted anymore. After some time, the mind gives up, and the brain loops, which are not wired anymore, they die off, and you create a new ones. So that's the number 1 practice that improved my mindfulness. Second, I stopped drinking coffee. Oh, this guy's crazy. I can never stop drinking coffee, right? Okay, so I used to drink 3 to 6 cups of coffee a day. I even have my own coffee machine in the studio. What motivated me to stop, and I tried to stop many times, is one of my clients who is a very advanced meditator and mindfulness master. He flew from Australia to pick up one of the paintings that he purchased from me. And he told me, Jan, if you really want to go deeper in your mindfulness practice and improve your life, you have to cut out 2 things, coffee and alcohol. And hearing it from his lips and seeing how balanced and equanimous and successful person he is, it gave me enough motivation to stop it completely. So I'm officially off caffeine for almost a month, and I feel fantastic. All of a sudden it became easy. What I tried to do before, and I always was counting days, is like, okay, I'm just gonna have 1 coffee a week, this and that. It's just all of a sudden it became easy because caffeine is a very powerful drug that you can detect in the body up to a month after you had the last coffee. It is a very powerful drug. And what it does, it keeps you stuck in the high beta brain waves, which is a brainwave of very small coherence, The different compartments in your brain don't communicate well with each other, and it keeps you stuck in the survival mode, in the fight or flee mode. So no real synchronicities or deep work or harmonious stuff can come out of there. No deep ideas, or you might think like it's a contradiction that you actually function perfectly well on coffee, but the high beta brainwaves are actually not the place where you want to be if you want to develop clarity of mind, intuition, coherence, wholeness, and get in touch with the calling of your heart and reconnect with your soul. You just have to quit coffee, you know. That's my recommendation, and I can tell you I feel fantastic. And the third thing, last thing, I already mentioned it, is meditation, the diligence of the practice. So I used to meditate 15, 20 minutes almost every day. Sometimes I skipped. What I do now, I meditate 45 to 1 hour every single day. And it became so important to me that I just never skip it. I set a time. By 9:30, 10 p.m., I slow down, I stop painting in the studio, then I stretch, do some yoga for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I go sit down right here at this spot. And I sit in silence and darkness with myself. And guys, I can tell you that I'm looking forward to it right now. It stopped being a chore. It stopped being something that I have to bite through. I got to the point where I can, in my meditations quite regularly, almost every session, I can feel my body melting into infinity, and I'm in a very pleasurable inner state. Of course, I'm not enlightened, and I've got so many more stages to go, but it got to the point where meditation became pleasure. It became something that I'm looking forward to do. And there's one book that I can recommend you that describes all the stages and all the practical steps of meditation, how to get there. It's called The Mind Illuminated, and I will drop the name in the description here. It has helped me greatly, and I recommend it to everybody. Oh, what a free flow speech. Well, guys, these three things: no punching the clown, no coffee, lots of meditation is going to help you, if you decide to go that way, to become a true spiritual warrior, to overcome your deepest programmed patterns. Everything's gonna come up to the surface, and you're gonna see it with clarity for the first time in your life. And it'll be like, no way! I've been acting like a slave, like a robot my whole life, and for the first time, I have a freedom to say no and act with love in all circumstances. And that is a tremendous gift that is uplifting the energy of the entire planet. And I wish to all of my brothers and sisters that we can get there together. Guys, this is it from me this week. I hope you liked it. Please hit subscribe and be in peace. Be creative, eat some blueberries. See you next time. Ciao! Amigos, the time lapse is really long this time. I thought I was done talking, but there's another 7 minutes of time lapse, but I think I've said enough today. What about we just meditate for the remainder of the time while we're watching this crazy guy create this pretty complex, but hopefully pretty beautiful painting. Love you guys. Stay peaceful. Cheers.
Comprends-tu maintenant ce qu'est la force obscure?
La force? Oui, la force.